how's it going? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we have the Europa League Matchday 6 predictions, the last match day for the group stages. Before we get into it, make sure you do subscribe to the channel now. We have hit 800 subscribers. We've had a load of more subscribers from the Champions League and Premier League videos. So if you're one of them, welcome to the channel. And if you're new here, then you can subscribe, because every single Premier League game is going to be covered, and we're going to have Carabao Cup and FA Cup predictions coming up within the next month. And then when the Champions League and Europa League returns in February, this is the channel that's going to have every game covered. Also, talking about the Champions League, make sure you check out the video that went out on Saturday, the Champions League Matchday 6 predictions. We've had loads of comments on that with people with their predictions, and my predictions are in the video. It's the games with something to play for, just like in this video on this graphic. So it's the games with something to play for. Apart from a few where it's just the English teams like Leicester, there's nothing to play for. It's just most of these games don't have anything to play for. I've got the results on my Mac next to me, so if I look that way, that's why, because the results are there. So let's get into it with the first game. In Group A is CSK Sofia versus Roma. Nothing to play for here. Last time out was a 0-0 draw, but this time I'm just edging the Italian side to win 1-0. Moving on to Young Boys versus Cluj. Now this game is to determine who goes through alongside Roma. Young Boys are currently second on 7 points, and Cluj are in third. Cluj are in third with 5 points. I am just edging the Swiss side to go through. I think that Young Boys are going to beat Cluj 2-1. Now moving on to Dundalk versus Arsenal. Nothing really to play for here apart from Arsenal. They're going for maximum points in the group stages. They just lost to Spurs in the Premier League, which is something that satisfies me very much. But I do think they're going to get maximum points here against the Irish side. I think they're going to go there and try and prove a point. You know, they're not playing very well in the Premier League, but they're playing fantastically in the Europa League, and I think they're going to win this game 3-0. The other game in this group is to see who goes through alongside Arsenal. It's Rapid Vienna versus Mold. Now last time out this was a 2-1 victory for Mold. Rapid Vienna are currently in third on 6 points, and Mold are on 9 points. So if Rapid Vienna want to go through, they have to beat Mold by a greater scoreline than 2-1. So a 2-0 would put them through, a 3-1 would put them through, a 4-2 would put them through. But I do think that the Norwegian side are going to win this game 2-1, punching their ticket into the round 32. Now in Group C we have Leverkusen versus Slavia Praha. I think the German side are going to win this game 3-1. Also in this group we have Beersheva versus Nice. Nothing to play for, just pride in this game. And Beersheva are going to beat the French side 1-0. Now in Group D we have Standard Liège taking on Benfica. A tough game really for both sides, but to be fair, nothing to play for. I think this is going to be a 1-1 draw. Now over in Poland we have Lech Poznan taking on Rangers. Rangers absolutely firing in both competitions. I think they're going to continue that form with a 2-1 win. Now in Group E we have PSV taking on Onomia. I think this should be a simple win for the Dutch side. I'm going 2-1. Also we have PAOK taking on Granada. Granada top of the group, looking to punch their ticket through in first place. And I'm going with a 1-0 win for the Spanish side. Fantastic debut as well for Granada. Fantastic team really over in Spain. I hope they do well. Now Group F, the most interesting group on this graphic and in this. Just like in Group B over in the Champions League, any team can go through apart from bottom in this group, so Napoli, AZ or Real Sociedad. AZ are relying on Napoli to beat Sociedad so that AZ can go through if they beat Rijeka. For these games I'm going with a 2-1 and 1-0 win for both home teams, meaning that Napoli and Real Sociedad go through into the round of 32 and AZ lose out by their own meaning, losing 1-0 to Rijeka. I just think there's going to be a curveball in this game, and like in the Champions League, the Matchday 6s are fantastic in both competitions. Then Group G we have Braga taking on Zoria Lahansk. Lahansk got a 1-0 win over Leicester last week, but I think the Portuguese side are going to have too much class for them this week. I'm going 3-1 to Braga. Speaking of Leicester, they play AEK Athens at home here. I think they're going to rotate a lot of their team, to be fair, because they're through already. And I think that Leicester are going to draw this game 2-2. Yeah! In Group H we have Sparta Prague taking on AC Milan. AC Milan, the flying giants again, as they should be. And I think they're going to win this game 2-1. Moving on to Celtic versus Lille. Celtic really out of form over in the Scottish League. Even in this competition they're not going through. Lille, I fancy them to beat the Scottish side again. I'm going 2-1 to the French team. Moving on to Group I, where we have Tel Aviv taking on Sivasspor. Now normally I wouldn't give a toss about this game, but because it's to see who goes through alongside Villarreal into the round of 32. Tel Aviv are currently in second, I believe, with 8 points, yes, and Sivasspor are in third with 6 points, so Sivasspor need to beat Tel Aviv to go through. Last time I think this was 0-0 or 1-0 to Tel Aviv, I'm not too sure, but this time I'm going with a 1-0 draw, meaning that Tel Aviv go through. So whoever gets Tel Aviv in the next round, you're being blessed because it's an easy draw. So first in any of the other groups or one of the seeded Champions League teams, easy draw for them. Now Villarreal taking on Karabag. I think Villarreal are going to win this game 2-1. Now Tottenham versus Antwerp, something sort of on the line here is to see who finishes top. So if Spurs finish top, they could face Tel Aviv in the next round based on my predictions. I've sort of just given away that I'm going with the Spurs win. I think Tottenham are going to win this game 2-1. We need to beat Antwerp really to prove that we're not as shit as we look in the Europa League. Yeah. Last week was a shambles. Also in Group J we have Ludogorets taking on Lahansk. I think this is going to be a boring 0-0 draw. Now in Group K we have Wolfsberger taking on Feyenoord. Again, to see who goes through into the round of 32. Wolfsberger are currently in second with 7 points. And Feyenoord are in third with 5 points. But I fancy the Austrian team to beat the Dutch side. I'm going with a 3-1 win for Wolfsberger. Also in Group K we have Zagreb taking on CSK Moscow. Moscow have been a letdown this year in the Europa League and I think that's going to continue. I'm going with a 2-1 win for the Croatian side. Now in Group L we have Liberec taking on Red Star Belgrade. Red Star are already through, I believe, and I think they're going to continue their form in the group stages with a 1-0 win here against Liberec. Rounding off the games this weekend we have Hoffenheim taking on Ghent. Last time out this was a 4-1 win for Hoffenheim. Ghent have 0 points at the minute, so they're going to look to at least get 1 point possibly against a German team. But I think they're going to fail because Hoffenheim, I think they need to get first over Red Star. I think if Hoffenheim lose and Red Star win, then Red Star go top. So I think Hoffenheim are going to put out a semi-decent team and they're going to win this game 2-1. So yeah, that is it for the video. It may be a bit shorter than the other ones, but we had to cover the games that we had to cover, and there's not really much to talk about in these games because most of them are done. It's not like the Champions League where a team drops down. So yeah, that is it for the video. Make sure you like and comment your predictions down below for the games with a graphic or the team you support or any games you want to comment. I'm interested to see. I'll drop it a like and I will reply. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.